Hello, students. Myself, Rakesh Kumar Meena, Assistant Professor, Department of English Literature, Government College Rajgarh. In this video lecture, I will teach you D.R. Sharma's famous story that Pagli. First of all, the introduction of the writer. D.R. Sharma was a professor of English in the Department of Evening Studies, Punjab University, Chandigarh. He published 40 research papers and 400 articles in leading journals. He has also written two collections of short stories named Pastoral Connections and Trappers and Discovery Age. Next point is introduction to the story that Pagli. In his story that Pagli, the writer has portrayed the typical village life of Punjab. It was first published in D.R. Sharma's Pastoral Collections in 1982. And our third point is detailed summary of the story. The school-going village boy who narrated this story lived in his village with his mother and an elder brother. It was customary in the village of the narrator that the people of his village would rush to console the person who had lost a relative. People would leave their work and perform different duties that they were expert in. This happened when Subedar Shah Shamsher Bahadur passed away. Everybody suspended his work to mourn at the death of the loin of the village, Subedar Shamsher Bahadur. His death was not an ordinary matter. As someone remarked, imagine even the loin is dead. People said that the entire village had been orphaned because of the sudden demise of the Subedar Sahib. When the narrator gave the news of the Subedar's death to his mother, she called it both sad and good. She said that it was sad for his family but good for Pagli. Pagli was the narrator's mischievous cow, which was very difficult to control in the evenings. The cowherd refused to bear any responsibility for Pagli's behavior. After he has brought her back to the palace of her shelter in the narrator's house. The cow would not care for anybody after the sunset. She would gaze in the fields of the neighbors and spoil their crops, particularly that of the Subedar. Narrator's mother used to advise Pagli to put an end to her wild habits. Pagli, however, would ignore all this. The narrator boy loved Pagli, although he knew about her wild habits. Pagli was also fond of him. Once or twice he tried to stop her waywardness, but she disliked this interference on his part in her chosen way of life. After his retirement from army, the Subedar started taking care of his fields and learned about the un- unrestrained movements of the cow in his fields. He asked the narrator headman brother to check the cow. When he learned that the cow was headstrong, he put his finger on the triggers of his double barreled gun and said, "Then I can try." The narrator's brother disapproved of cow killing, but the Subedar was determined to teach the cow a lesson that she would not easily forget, and went away with a warning. Subedar possessed a gun and 10 steel boxes of full bullets. He was also proud to have two ferocious Alastians and a white mare to keep vigil of his fields. In order to restrict Pagli, the Subedar ordered the ironsmith to prepare a special javelin. In a few days, the Subedar's reputation spread in and around the village. He would impress the naive villagers with a few words of English which he had learned in the army. When the villagers learned that the Subedar's evil designs to restrict Pagli, they either called it barbaric or prayed so that it did not happen. The narrators would feel particularly worried about what may happen to their Pagli because of the Subedar's plans. The cow, however, kept on with her pranks. The Subedar would order his Alastians to attack Pagli whenever he found her grazing the crops in his fields. Pagli would run to save herself while kicking back the chasers. The failure in his efforts turned the Subedar more stern, brutal, and revengeful. One morning, the boy narrator was told that the Subedar had decided to use his javelin to spike Pagli. The narrator became worried and cut his school to see Pagli and asked her to be careful. In the evening, he even tried to stop the cow, but she bypassed him to release her free grazing. That night, Pagli was surrounded by the wild Alastians and repeatedly spiked by the Swedar. She returned seriously wounded and badly bleeding. She was given special treatment for fast recovery. Pagli recovered after a few weeks, but she was utterly transformed now. The cowherd praised her and said that she was sincere and obedient and followed his instructions just like a child. Within a year, the Subedar's health started deteriorating. His liver and lungs got diseased and stopped working properly. At last, the loin died of a prolonged illness. Everybody mourned at the death of the Subedar. The narrator, however, stayed back to wait for Pagli and deliver her the news. He thought that the news would remove her terror and she would go back to earlier habits and become her original self once again. With this, it is the end of this story. Thank you.